The moment the princess pointed her hand at him, the hall froze. The guards stiffened. The nobles whispered. The chosen human, a quiet technician named Lion, felt a weight drop into his stomach. He had been dragged before the royal assembly, only to deliver a diagnostic report about their damaged power grid. Yet now the ruler's daughter stared at him like he was the solution to a far more personal problem. Her voice rang clear and firm. "I want him." The statement echoed through the vaulted room. Leon felt his pulse throb against his throat. His palms dampened. He tried to understand what he had done or said to trigger the most baffling moment of his life. He had only arrived on the Star Domain 2 days earlier as a representative of the human delegation. Humans were here to help repair old alliances, not to be singled out by royalty. The princess stepped down from her elevated platform. She was tall, with luminous silver eyes and skin, patterned with faint glowing lines that gave her the appearance of a living constellation. Her name was Rana, admired across her world for her clarity of speech and fierce strategic mind. Every step she took toward Lion pressed more heat into his face. Rana stopped a few steps away from him. "This human," she said to the council, "has a mind that aligns with the task I must complete." Leon forced his breath to steady. "Your Highness, I am only a technician sent to assess generator faults. I doubt I am suited for royal tasks." Her gaze did not waver. "You are suited for mine." The hall erupted in murmurs again. Leon could sense the confusion around him, but none matched his own. Rana lifted her hand toward him once more. The gesture was less commanding this time, and more inspecting, as if confirming to herself that he was real. "Come with me," she said. He had no choice. The guards flanked him, not threatening him, but guiding him out of the great hall and into the corridor that led toward the palace's inner wings. Leon followed her through crystalline halls that shimmered with starlight collected from the city dome above. He tried to stay composed, but everything inside him churned. He had no idea what she wanted, what she expected, or what she believed he could offer. They reached a chamber lit by soft violet radiance. It was far quieter than the grand hall, almost secluded. Rana turned and faced him again. "You are unsettled," she said. He nodded. "Your Highness selected me in front of the entire court. Anyone would be unsettled." "You will not address me with titles when we are alone," she said. "Call me Rana." Leon blinked. "Then, Rana, may I ask why me?" She paused. Her luminous patterns dimmed slightly, signaling hesitation. Rana did not seem like a being who hesitated often. After several long seconds, she spoke. "My world is facing a silent threat. Something moves beneath our knowledge, something ancient. I have seen visions, messages from the deep archives left by my ancestors. They described a mind unlike ours, a mind that could perceive what we cannot. A human mind." Leon tried to interpret her words with caution. "You think humans can sense something your people cannot?" Rana nodded. "Humans adapt rapidly. They generate solutions, even when they lack resources. Your species finds paths through uncertainty. That is why I pointed at you." Leon tried to stay calm, but the weight of her expectations pressed heavily. He was only here to repair machinery, not save a planet. Yet her eyes did not show misplaced trust. They reflected certainty. Before he could reply, the chamber doors slid open and a royal advisor entered. The advisor bowed. "Princess Rana, the council demands clarification. They question your selection." Rana's expression sharpened. "Tell them the decision stands." "This is untraditional," the advisor said. "The nobles question the practicality of involving a human in matters of ancestral importance." Rana's voice cooled. "Tradition does not save worlds. Action does." The advisor lowered their head and retreated. Rana turned back to Leon. your presence has already disrupted the political balance. We cannot stay here. Follow me." They left the chamber and crossed through a network of corridors until they reached a hidden transport bay. A small vessel waited with its entrance open. Rana gestured for him to board. "Where are we going?" Leon asked. "To the place where the visions began," she said. Leon took a calm breath and stepped into the vessel. Rana followed. The doors closed behind them, and the craft lifted into the sky. The Star City faded under them, replaced by the wide arc of clouds glowing with reflected starlight. Rana activated the navigation panel. "I know you did not expect this. Yet the path ahead requires your perspective." He sat across from her. "I don't understand what makes my perspective special." "You will," she said. The vessel crossed above mountains, shaped like crescent waves and forests that pulsed with bioluminescent trees. Eventually, they descended toward a region wrapped in mist. At the center of the mist stood a monolithic spire rising from the ground like the fossilized bone of a giant. The vessel landed beside it. "This is the Archive Spire," Rana said. "A place of sealed memories." They approached the structure. It hummed softly, as if alive. Rana placed her hand against its surface, and a circular door opened, revealing a chamber lined with glowing panels. "This is where the visions came," she said. "But it refuses to respond to any of us now." Leon stepped forward, feeling the faint vibration through the floor. He sensed a pattern, almost like a heartbeat. He reached out his hand. The moment his fingertips touched the panel, the entire chamber brightened. Rana inhaled sharply. "It responds to you." Leon felt warmth travel from the panel into his palm and up his arm. Images flickered in his mind, brief and disjointed. A vast shadow moving beneath the planet's crust. A sequence of symbols. A warning that felt older than the world itself. He pulled back and staggered. Rana caught his arm. "What did you see?" she asked. "Something moving below," Leon said. "Not a creature. More like a field or force. It's growing." The symbols warned about cycles. Something awakens every few thousand years. Rana guided him to sit. "This confirms the ancient texts." Leon looked at her. "Your people can't detect it because it doesn't affect your biology. But humans sense emotional fields differently. The spire read my instincts." Rana studied him with renewed intensity. "Then you are the key to understanding the threat." He exhaled. "Why didn't you choose one of my team members?" "They are all capable." "The spire chose you," she said. "I only followed the instinct it invoked." They remained in the chamber as Leon recovered. Rana moved to the central console, examining recently awakened systems. After a long silence, she spoke again. "When I pointed at you in the hall, I felt certainty. But I did not anticipate your distress. I should have explained more." Leon offered a faint smile. Being chosen by a princess in front of hundreds is intimidating. Rana's glowing lines brightened slightly, a sign of softened emotion. "I did not mean to cause distress." Despite the intensity of their situation, Leon felt a strange sense of trust forming between them. She held herself with a calm confidence, yet showed genuine concern without masking it. Her people valued composure, but Rana seemed different, more sincere. They spent several hours translating the symbols that appeared after Leon touched the panel. The data revealed a network of dormant tunnels below the planet, where an ancient energy mass had been sealed. The mass fed on imperfections in reality, distortions that only certain minds could interpret. Rana analyzed the data. If it reaches the surface, it will consume everything by shifting the harmonic balance of our world. "Then we need to find the core chamber," Leon said. "This map shows a path." Rana nodded. "We leave immediately." The journey took them to a barren region where the ground cracked like fractured glass. Using a small land vessel, They traveled across the terrain until they reached a chasm. At the bottom lay an entrance carved with the same symbols as the spire. Inside, the tunnels felt alive. The air carried a faint pulse, matching the images Leon had witnessed. Rana led the way with intense focus, while Leon read the symbols etched along the walls. They reached a vast cavern with a shimmering sphere at its center. The sphere pulsed with deep orange light, expanding and contracting like a heartbeat. "That is the mass," Rana whispered. As Leon approached, the sphere reacted. It flickered violently, and visions returned to him. The sphere did not think like a living mind, but sensed threats instinctively. It tried to communicate through emotion and vibration. Leon steadied himself. Rana placed a hand on his shoulder. "You do not face this alone." The sphere began to destabilize. Leon realized the mass was reacting to the presence of two consciousnesses touching its signals. "I can calm it," Leon said, "but only if someone channels energy into the stabilizer runes." Rana moved to the rune pillars. "Tell me when." Leon focused on the sphere. He let its emotional pulses connect with his mind. He interpreted its fear, its confusion, its desire to expand. He did not fight it. He guided it gently. Rana activated the runes, sending harmonizing waves into the cavern. The sphere slowly dimmed. Its pulsations eased. Soon it shrank into a dormant ember. Rana exhaled. "You succeeded." Leon staggered, exhausted. Rana rushed to him. She supported him until his balance returned. "You risked everything," she said. He smiled weakly. "I guess humans do adapt." Rana held his gaze. "You did more than adapt. You saved my world." They returned to the surface, where the skies felt clearer than before. When they reached the palace, the council greeted them with awe.